Let's go. Good morning guys, Brandon Hudden here. Hope you're having a great day. It is the 3rd of May and today I'm going to be taking you through a full day of eating here in Bali. Considering the fact it's an absolutely amazing day, just woke up, got a bunch of work done and we're about to make the first meal of the day. I thought it'd be interesting to take you through a full intuitive eating day while traveling, because when traveling it can become a little bit more difficult to keep on top of meals and everything like that. So today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be doing that. The Airbnb that we have rented did come with this amazing kitchen, so we do have all the appliances and everything we need to be able to prep meals. We got a stovetop and we've also got some stuff right here. We went shopping yesterday. We have a water bank here, so we don't always have to buy bottled water, so we always have fresh water on tap, as well as the fact the fridge is now pretty much full with everything we need. So the first 3 tips of the full day of eating is 1, make sure to get an Airbnb that has a kitchen, because you do need to prep meals, especially when trying to stay on track. You can eat out all the time and you can find good alternatives, but getting an Airbnb does make things a lot easier. Tip number 2 is making sure that you have access to fresh water all the time. You do need to drink out of bottles sometimes when traveling. You can't actually drink out of the tap, so making sure that you're staying hydrated and always have water accessible to you. And then tip number 3 is make sure you have food in your Airbnb or hotel. So go shopping, get the stuff you need to make things easier for yourself. You'll actually save money doing this because you won't have to eat out for every meal, and your day will be a lot easier when traveling and consuming calories consistently. Right now we're gonna make meal number 1, so let's go. And there we have it. Breakfast is now finished. I am absolutely dripping with sweat. This top is drenched. You can see the sweat in my hairline. Preparing food while trying to film as well in plus 30-degree weather, definitely don't recommend. But I do recommend trying this breakfast. First off, we have a piece of sourdough topped with some salmon and some hot chili peppers. Right here we have a beautiful bowl of oats, 70 grams of strawberries, 20 grams of blueberries, and the almonds right here. Then finally we have 2 pieces of toast, 2 whole eggs, and the rest we have 5 egg whites. And then we topped it with the green 0-calorie salsa. Calories and macros I'm not really too sure of. I'm gonna go into the bedroom right now and eat this and stop dripping. The overheating warning sign came on the camera, so I thought it'd be smart to come in here, eat this, get ready for the day. I'm gonna jump in the shower. It's still pretty early, so we do have the whole day ahead of us to explore and stuff and enjoy the whole day. But this is meal number 1. I'm gonna take you through the entire day, show you what we get up to and the meals that I consume through the entire day. I don't know what the calories and the macros are for this. It's kind of impossible to track because usually I use MyFitnessPal. If you do want to track, a great app to use is MyFitnessPal. Some of the barcodes here weren't actually scanning, so I'll have a general idea of what I'm eating, but of course I'll just be mindful of that through the day. Where we go next?
We are going to the circle of life.
Geordie's getting really spiritual now because she's in Bali. She's starting talking about the circle of life and chakras and stuff. I'm all about energies and stuff. 2, this is the pre-workout meal. We've come to this place called The Circle. It's literally a 5-minute drive on the moped down the street, and it's right by the side of this amazing rice field that wraps all the way around the restaurant. It's actually really sick. I got 2 things because obviously we are still bulking. We do need 2 pre-workout meals because it is going to be the pre-workout meal going straight to the gym after this meal. Sambal mata, which is rice, chicken, herbs, and an egg. And then secondly, I got the sweet beef rice, which is beef brisket, bok choy, egg, and rice as well. 2 eggs, a bunch of rice, 2 forms of protein, a bunch of vegetables, some brisket, some chili, and a bunch of other things. I've actually got it once before and it was absolutely amazing.
I always want just like you. I always want just like you. I always want just like
That was absolutely amazing. Right now we're gonna head to the gym. My mouth is literally on fire because the second dish, I don't know what they put in it. Yes, there's chilies, but there is something else in that that blows your head off. We're essentially right now 5 plates of food down in the first 2 meals. Tip number 4 is do your research and find places close to you when traveling that do macro-friendly food, because this was literally the plainest as it gets with minor seasoning. It was a good source of protein, great source of fats, and a good source of carbs as well, because it was literally just rice in both meals. So always do your research and find places that are cheap, clean, and close to you. After a 25-minute drive, we have arrived at Body Factory for today's workout.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
No, that was awkward.
That was awkward.
Liking your camera.
I feel like this is only right that I log this into the full day of eating because we're having a pre-workout coconut. Lewis has kindly offered to get us coconut, and coconut is filled with electrolytes, which is great for a pump and great for a workout.
Can help with your hydration, keep you hydrated for your training session.
Is that your secret?
No, mostly. Why are you pan down to my dick? You're welcome.
Muscles are 70% water, so if you're not hydrated and drinking water, you ain't gonna get a pump.
30% coconut.
Okay.
Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own. Never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no. I got no rival.
And that is it for the workout. I was actually going to record the workout considering this is a full day of eating, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of what I did for shoulders. Didn't end up doing arms today. I was going to do shoulders and arms, but I think tomorrow I'm going to do a specific arm day just to do bis and tris by themselves. Training in that gym is one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever experienced. So I'm from the UK, I'm from England. There, it's cloudy and rainy, and you never train in steamy, humid weather, but here is the polar opposite of that. What are you doing?
Take a nap.
Next meal is actually gonna be this meal cafe. It's just across the street from here. It's like a meal prep place where they do like macro-friendly everything, which is pretty much the entirety of Bali, to be honest. Honestly, one of the best things about Bali is the fact that pretty much everywhere here is macro-friendly. Staying on track and trying to eat clean is easier than anywhere like in the UK. Easier than Canada. Obviously mentioning Canada because I do go there quite often considering my girlfriend's Canadian. It's really easy to stay on track. Arrived at the location for food. It's got an amazing view, like it's literally right on this like Balinesian street. Like, there's traffic going to and from, like it looks really busy, to be honest. Like this is kind of a main road, but the name of this place is called Niam, and the food they just brought out is honestly, it looks really tasty. Dish number one is called a nasi goreng. This is very like a Balinesian dish. It's mixed rice with like chicken, vegetables. It's got an egg on top of it. It's very tasty. It's a little bit oily, so it's definitely a high effort option, but you can ask this to be cooked with no oil. We have a plate of extra chicken just to up the protein of the meal, and then the final part of the meal is a lamb wrap. It looks extremely packed. There's a lot of protein in this. It's cooked really well. A good source of carbs from the wrap. This is it. This is the post-workout meal. So we are back at the apartment now. We're about to make the final meal of today. It's been a very busy day, but we are back now. We've been enjoying a bit of the, it actually started raining, and me and Jordy got in the pool while it was raining. It was a really sensational experience. This meal is kind of like a fun meal for me because it's things I enjoy. It's things that are like kind of healthy, but also something that's like not something that I'd choose to eat every single day. We are making fancy ramen noodles. We have 2 packets of ramen right here. We're actually going to be using 1 of the packets of seasoning, but we're going to be using 2 packets of actual like the noodle because it's not really a lot in 1 packet. We need the carbs and not that much sodium. In it, we're going to be mixing these enoki mushrooms, strange mushrooms. I'm going to chop up some spring onion and put it on the top. We've got this sweet teriyaki sauce, which I'm actually going to marinate over the mushrooms when they're cooking. And for the protein, of course, because obviously we do need protein in this meal, we have a freaking octopus. I'm going to put it in the ramen, and it's going to be sweet, spicy teriyaki octopus spring onion noodles.
So good.
Typically when I make ramen anyway, I only use like half the pack, so it's kind of like half the sodium because ramen can be quite sodium rich. So it's gonna be very flavorsome anyway, especially with all the different ingredients. Spring onion's gonna give a massive boost of flavor, so you don't really need the whole thing. This is is a pretty extraordinary final meal of the day. This is something I'm very, very excited to eat. It's not something I have regularly, of course, because I mean, usually if I'm gonna have ramen, I'll just have ramen. I won't put the fancy stuff on top of it. But with the mushrooms, with the teriyaki, and the octopus, of course, I'm very, very excited to eat. I know it's gonna be very spicy. I'm gonna get a cold glass of water from the water fountain, just so my mouth doesn't burn off, because the ramen that I chose for this recipe was an extremely spicy one. That's gonna be it for this full day of eating in Bali. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope the tips and the tricks while traveling will come in handy if you go on a trip of sorts. Doesn't necessarily, of course, have to be Bali. It can be anywhere in the world, but of course, keeping hold of some vital tips and tricks is gonna help you stay on plan while traveling. We cooked at home a little bit, we ate out a little bit, we had a good workout, and overall today was a really, really good day. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please smash a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, because it really, really helps the channel grow. And we, it's really weird to speak about the octopus like that. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.